If you've lost a case at the Court of Common Pleas in Pennsylvania, what makes a good appeal? When are your chances good on appeal? In most cases, when you appeal your case from the Court of Common Pleas to either the Superior Court or the Commonwealth Court under Pennsylvania law, the best appeal is one that's a question of law. In other words, if your appeal is, hey, I think the jury got it wrong, or I think the judge is just wrong about who was lying and who was telling the truth, that's a hard appeal to win at the higher courts. They will generally say, we're going to trust the judge who first made that decision. We're going to kind of rely on the jury's wisdom or lack thereof in making their decision. But what a good appeal is generally when you say they applied the law wrong. So in other words, I agree with the judge's findings that this person's a liar and that person was telling the truth and that I'm believable or not believable. What I disagree with is the way that he applied the law to the situation. That's something that a court is more likely to make a decision on. Other cases that are good appeals are where it's the first time a decision's been made on that statute or it hasn't been worked on a lot. You brought a case that's newer. It's something the legislature just passed in the last several years and there's not a lot of case law. That's where the Superior Court and the Commonwealth Court in Pennsylvania and maybe even our state Supreme Court are going to be really interested in weighing in for the first time in giving guidance to lower courts about how that works. The appellate courts don't consider their primary job to be error correction, meaning their primary goal is not fixing the mistakes that lower courts make. They would rather teach or give guidance. That's sort of what they want to do. So cases where they have an opportunity to explain or expand the law, those are appeals that end up being really good in most cases.